off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. Bang out the buzzword, teaching that blind man to say. You might get the best of him, but you'll never fool me. Now, sweet talk to beanstalk, tail jack to go and fetch your bang. Try that and upstate boy to a different kind of scene. Went off to college, but college turned out me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. I said, whoa, light that fuse and run. I said, whoa, I am my father's son. Let that fuse and run. Whoa, let that fuse and run. Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. Bang out the buzzword, teaching that blind man to sing. You might get the best of him, but you'll never fool me. Now, sweet talk to beanstalk, tail jack to go and fetch your bang. Try that and upstate boy to a different kind of scene. Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. I said, whoa, light that fuse and run. I say, whoa, I am my father's son. Light that fuse and run. Whoa, light that fuse and run. Whoa. But college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. Bang out the buzzword, teaching that blind man to say. You might get the best of him, but you'll never fool me. Now, sweet talk to beanstalk, tail jack to go and fetch your bang. Try that and upstate boy to a different kind of scene. Went off to college, but college turned out me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. I said, whoa, light that fuse and run. I said, whoa, I am my father's son. Light that fuse and run. Whoa, light that fuse and run. Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. Bang out the buzzword, teaching that blind man to sing. You might get the best of him, but you'll never fool me. Now, sweet talk to beanstalk, tail jack to go and fetch your bang. Try that and upstate boy to a different kind of scene. Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth.
What is up, 24/7 Buff Fandemonium? It's your boy Swank, on a terrible Tuesday. That's right. The best part about Tuesdays, the Tkgr Report. It's 8 p.m. It's Eastern Standard. It's here. It's now. But we're going to talk about that game that happened last night. We're not going to overreact. We're not going to get hyped. We're going to hear all your comments. We got some takes that we want to do, and we're going to look forward, man. We're pushing on to the Raiders game, the first home game of the season. But we got to take care of some business right now. We're going to hit this intro, come back, and you know what? We're going to get into it. Here we are, and here it is, boys. It is Tkgr Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on wherever the hell you're watching this. And, you know, I'm still happy to be here, man. I'm still happy to be here. Right down south there in the, maybe he doesn't have his main light on kind of light thing. He looks a little dark today. I just noticed that. Oh, there he is, kind of more. It's Jarrod. What's up, Jarrod?
What's up, FLX Mafia? Buff Pandemonium, Bills Mafia, every Mafia, just hanging out.
Not the bad ones, right?
Night.
Not like,
yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay. Not like the Italian Mafia.
The losses got me all weird.
Yeah.
So but I'm still sitting here between the beautiful Seneca Lake, Keuka Lake, and Canandaigua Lake, just chilling between those beautiful Finger Lakes, and about to talk some recap football, and then keep going forward to the next week 2. It's only week 1, guys.
That's right, Jerry. We're here to pick everybody up and talk our bullshit. Right next to me, right over here, it's his brother from the same mother, my brother from another mother. That is Scooter Magooter. Scott, what is up?
My cholesterol, my heart rate, my blood pressure, all that's up right now. Hey, it's a loss. Week 1, I said on Sunday sessions, all the hype for week 1 is void. I don't take it serious. I would have liked a better outcome for sure, but it's only one game. Let's talk about it and move on to the Raiders. Go Bills.
Go Bills indeed, and move on to the Raiders indeed. Do we even have to talk about this game? Let's just go. We'll just bounce right over it. Now, there's some stuff we definitely got to talk about, but before we do that, I want to let you guys know.
Closure, Swank.
It's closure, dude. It's absolutely closure. This is therapeutic, right? Everybody get on your long couch, get nice and comfy, and just tell us all your problems. That's what the show's for. I want to let everybody know we are part of the amazing Buff fan base network and couldn't be prouder to be a part of that network. And also, right up here, we are sponsored by 26 Shirts. That's right, 26shirts.com. Go check that out. Go see what Dell and the gang's got going on over the chair. I just retweeted some really cool thing, the newest shirt that they just put out and the charity that's attached to that. So if you follow at Swank247BF or any of these boys here, you can see that latest shirt and go snag it up, man. They do really great things for this local community, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. We're super stoked to be a part of that. We got Adam saying, go Bills, really tough loss, long night. We will bounce back, get that bad one out of the way. I love it, Adam. We got Mike V. It's 8 p.m. Tuesday. Where else would you rather be than right here, right now? Thanks, Mike V, dude. Mike V is the leader in points in our fantasy league by like just a couple, because, man, I was right chair, boy. I was right up chair. We got Cookie saying, what's up, y'all? What's up, Cook?
What's up, Josh?
My boy Rob Mullen with a what's up? What's up, Rob? Rob texting. He's like texting the messenger all these like, dude, where's my car references and shit. And he had me rolling the other day. We got Keely. She says she can't wait till Sunday. Us too. That's the good part about Monday game. It sucks that we lost. At least it's like a shorter recovery time, right?
Right.
And let's not stack losses. That's all.
Yep.
We got Adam saying, go Bills. Charles Thomas. What is up, Charles, man? It hurt for sure. It's not the end of the season, though. That is right. Are you new name there, Charles, man? I don't think I've ever heard you guys. Yeah, nice to welcome aboard, man. Welcome aboard. We got Dr. Bruce McKellar saying, go Bills. Was a rough night, but it's a long season. That's right. Penny Andrews. What is up, Penny? Go Bills.
Go Bills.
We got Robbie from Let's Talk 716 Sports, part of our Buff fan base network, the newest show on the docket. He says, "Hey, Scott, Jarrod, and Swank. Hey,
What's up, Robbie?"
He also said, he also said, yeah, I said it, and we haven't done that yet this season. So,
Yeah, I said it. What you need to do is get back.
Yes, indeed, he did say it. What's up, Robbie? We got Paul Rossi saying, still feeling bitter, dude. I just told Scooter when we came on before the show, we got linked up on the Zoom and we're talking, and I said, man, this morning I was not feeling doing the K-gun. But you know what got me through? I know it's going to be a two-beard K-gun report for sure. And talking to you guys, man, talking it out and getting it out there. Penny wants to know what exactly changed. We'll get into all that, I think, here in a minute. Let's see. Adam, we need to move past this. We'll be fine. That is right.
Loving the new names. We have a bunch of new names commenting, guys. Keep
Hell
them coming
yeah,
in.
keep it up, man.
And one thing I am noticing also, Swank, is I love this group because of how optimistic everybody is and the understanding that it is only week 1. I love it. Keep it coming, guys.
That's it, man. We're not that kind of gonna yell and scream and try and do clickbait bullshit kind of show, you know. We're pretty rational dudes. Like, I was mad last night. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not over it. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna sit here and be like, whoa, this team's falling apart. I'll tell you who I would be more worried if I was the Jets this morning than if I was the Buffalo Bills. And that is a fact. And we'll get into all that. We got Derek saying game 1 of 17, Raiders up next. Go Bills. Hell yeah. We got our boy Chris Christian saying Josh is starting to remind me of Favre at times. I brought that up with my dad. We'll talk into this a little bit too. Mike V, I didn't listen to any sports talk radio today. Didn't need that negativity today. Mike V, dude, you know, you guys that have been around the show, specifically for me, I can't. I won't listen to anything Bills news, but I am a Bills radio junkie. I have a job that allows me to pop an earbud in and listen to it until I can't listen anymore all day long. And I will not this week until maybe Thursday, Friday. Probably will be it. I can't.
So, Swank, I usually like to listen to some of the stuff because especially WGR, they have the call-ins in the morning. And I listen to it to see how other people are reacting to this game. And I just sit there 9 times out of 10 going, stupid effing call. Why are you calling? You're an idiot. Did you even watch the game? Jeez, really? You give McDermott's got to go. Dorsey's got to go. Allen's got to go. What? That's why I listen to it, just to get to make me realize how big of a fan of the game I am, and no matter win, lose, or draw, the Bills are still my team. Yeah, and I'll back them up. I got their back. It's week 1.
There's dudes coming in on that radio show when we're winning saying the same things.
Yep.
You know, everybody's an expert. Our boy Adam B over here, I didn't listen to football anything all day, but I've moved past it, and I love talking stuff out with you guys. It makes it easier. Dude, you're the man, and we believe the same thing. We got a really special group here at 24/7 BF, and you guys, it's your show, it's your platform, man. You know, fan first perspective, just for you. All right, let's see here. Rob says the WGR post-game recap was nothing short of idiotic. I can only imagine. I literally turned, as soon as he crossed the end zone, I turned my TV off. I had to watch a show with my wife, calm down, try to forget about it. I get you guys. I absolutely get you guys.
Yeah. Yep.
I think I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. Do we want to just jump right in? Or do we want a segue? Do we want a fun segue?
Yeah, let's do something.
You want to do a fun segue? Yeah, let's do something.
Just a reminder, we have stickers. You guys just
go ahead, buddy.
Message us during Messenger, and we'll throw these your way. The big one right now is Big Boot Babyface Bass. He had a hell of a game. Regular time tie kicking field goal to send us in overtime. So Bigfoot Babyfoot Bass. If you guys want these
Big
stickers,
Boot Babyface Bass.
Bigfoot baby boot.
It's right there in front of Jarrod. He still can't read.
Yeah, he's promoting. It's like, hey guys, welcome to 24/7 Bills, son of a God.
So I want to throw this out there too, guys. Let's give away an Ed Oliver jersey next week.
I love it. You know, I was gonna have us do a Little People in an FLX Mafia shirt giveaway tonight. But I was too late on it. Well, next week we're gonna giveaways. It's gonna be giveaway month coming up here, man. It's the beginning of the season. We're on it. We'll get past this.
Let's do it next week. So those of you guys that are listening right now, if you join us next week and leave a comment during the show, you'll be entered to win an Ed Oliver jersey. Let's do it.
Hell yeah. All right, guys.
I love that.
Segue wise, well, Kathy's got a really nice comment. Yes, I agree with the Allen Favre comparison. I'm hoping he trusts the talent around him more and quits putting everything on himself. Some of it, sure, a good leader carries a load, but they also know when to delegate. I do believe in the Bills all of my life. Go Bills, Kathy. I believe you're a new name as well. Welcome. And literally almost word for word exactly what the three of us were talking about right before we came on air. So we'll get into all that. Lisa Johns, what's up, Lisa? Although it was heartbreaking, lessons learned. Our boy John Johns, as always, say short memory, learn from it, and grow. I love it.
Yep.
Chris Christians, I guess one positive is that the Bengals and the Chiefs both lost, so we didn't fall behind them. Absolutely. But it was a chance for us to get up on them. God darn it. But, yeah. Glad it's a short week. Okay, listen. Transitionally, right? So usually what happens here, this is the first show where we've had a game the previous week and we're going into a game. Now we're in our normal routine here. So the first half of the show is what's up, how's it going, say hi to everybody, tell you what's going on. And then until 8:30, we talk about last week's game, right? And then from 8:30 on, we talk about next week's game, just in case you want to know the format if you're new. What I'm going to do is we have a little segment that we call Rattle Them Reads. Yeah, that's right. It's the game show where you at home can play along in the comments and see how well these two twins can battle it out. I decided we'll do Rattle Them Reads right now, so that will cut into the time where we talk about the Chiefs. Or the Chiefs, the Jets. So I want all you guys to know I love you, right? There's some craziness going on out there in them streets. People are losing their damn minds. And I think it's time for us to come back down. So this week's Rattle Them Reads is a two-parter, boys. Part one, Scott, you were sniffing it. You were sniffing. They were trying to guess what it was. Part one is there was 4 teams last year in 2022 that lost in week 1 that still made the playoffs. I want you guys to name those 4 teams. 2 from the AFC, 2 from the NFC.
Damn.
49ers.
Absolutely. They lost to the Chicago Bears week 1 and made it to the playoffs.
Do I want to say Chiefs? Chiefs had a rough start. Chiefs for sure had a rough start.
The Chiefs did not lose. Nope.
Okay.
So you got 1 more NFC. You got 2 more AFC. I know it's a long time. It was literally a year ago.
Yeah. It was. How'd the Bengals do?
Bengals lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers week 1.
Bring back memories because we have friends that are fans of those games. I remember this. Okay. So 1 of each now, NFC and AFC.
Nope, 2 NFCs now.
Nope, wait. 1 NFC, 1 AFC. You got the 49ers and the Bengals.
Okay, let's go.
Eagles?
Nope, Eagles did not lose. Let's see. Do you guys want divisions?
Yeah.
Okay, NFC East.
Oh, did the Giants made the playoffs, right? No. Did they make them last year?
Yes, they did. They did, but they did not lose.
Yeah, it was the Eagles, Giants, and Cowboys.
Cowboys lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, everybody, in week 1.
Okay.
Handedly.
So Niners, Cowboys,
and Bengals. And now AFC South. Jaguars lost to the Commanders. I'm glad that you're looking at your phone to verify. That's good, Jarrod.
I always got to prove myself.
Dude, I'm going to do it every time.
You just make it look weird because you always go like this. Usually when people are thinking,
just sneaking around, dude.
Not me. I look down.
Just sneaking around.
So for those of you who don't know, he's my twin brother, known him my whole life. When he thinks, he legit, dude.
You guys in the comments, man, you were getting close, but it's fun. This is I actually did this was it came to my head here like a little while ago, so I had to do a little actual research and digging for this. This wasn't just pull up a stat, and show it on the screen. So the second half of this is in 2022 in week 1 there were 5 winners who finished 500 or worse on the season last year. Can you guess those 5 teams?
Well, with the Steelers won?
No, they were not.
Oh,
This one's gonna be tough. So 5 teams that started 1-0 that ended up 500 or below.
500 or below, yep. And I will tell you, on that list of teams that they played, there are quite a few of those teams that won on this list that are on this other list as well.
Chicago Bears.
Chicago Bears were 3-14, worst in the league after beating the San Francisco 49ers. Remember the 49ers, guys?
Yeah.
That team that like challenged the Eagles to get into the Super Bowl? Yeah. The 3-14 Bears whooped on them week 1, and you see how that ended off for them.
Titans
Titans are not on this list. Good guess, though.
Chargers.
Chargers are also not on this list.
We start in the AFC East and go from there.
The Chargers, okay, so the Chargers won and they made the playoffs. They won last year, week 1, and they made the playoffs.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. They did.
So
how'd the Buccaneers finish?
The Buccaneers finished 8-9, and they are on this list.
There you go.
Yes, the Buccaneers beat Dallas, and they whooped that ass. That was a bad game for Dallas.
Well, the Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons are not on this list.
That was a reach.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start with the A's.
You're missing one more team that is on the previous list that is on this one down here too.
Well, Pittsburgh beat. Okay, that was the upset. It's Tampa Bay. We already mentioned Tampa Bay. Oh, who was it?
Well, Dr. Bruce has got it.
The Commanders.
The Commanders. Yes, the Commanders finished 8-1 with the best record on this list. So you're currently only missing 2 teams, one NFC, one AFC. Actually, the only AFC team on this list that finished below 500 after winning week 1. You want divisions, or you want another couple minutes?
Let's do it. This is tough.
All right. Let's see. AFC North.
I like the Swank. This is a nice
the
one.
Browns.
It's the Browns. Finished 7-10 after winning their week 1 matchup last year. And then you have an NFC South team, another NFC South team.
Saints.
The Saints, who finished 7-10. Nicely done.
There you go. Thanks for wrapping that up, Jarrod.
Yeah, good one. So you might be asking yourself, Swank, why the hell are we doing this stupid exercise? I'll tell you why. All of these teams on this list either lost week 1 and then made it to the playoffs, or they whooped that ass week 1 and then didn't do nothing. It's just 1 week, guys. You're talking about the fate of 9 different teams right here that were drastically different based off of the week 1 matchups that they had. So it's fun. I love scavenging around. I love getting you guys thinking about that. It's super cool to see everybody flipping around in the comments here, being like, no, it's this and this and this and this.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the reality check. I mean, what I was telling people at work today, they were like, oh, the Bills lost. They like to give me a hard time. 2003, when the Buffalo Bills picked up Tkgr Spikes, Malloy, all those guys, they faced the New England Patriots in week 1 and blew them out 31-0.
31-0.
If I recall, the last game of the season, the Patriots turned that around, scored 31 points to 0 Buffalo Bills, and they made the Super Bowl.
And I'm
going to say it for the last time. It's just week 1. There's a lot of cobwebs that need to be figured out. It'd be nice for the 1-0 for sure.
Yeah.
But it just didn't happen.
Hey, it didn't happen that year that Pittsburgh beat us either. Still made the playoffs, right? So
I guess we're not going undefeated.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Josh, Gavazio. Is that right? Gavazzo?
Mm-hmm.
Another new name, I believe. What's up? Welcome, Josh. We're not going to have that affordability, though. Our division is too tough now. I agree, man. It's a tough division. They proved it last night. I think as we get into this, and we might as well, right? We're going to get into last night's game here. We can't avoid it any longer. Here we are. We're sitting in it. The Buffalo Bills lost last night to the New Jersey Jets. Aaron Rodgers really came out and made a splash, though. 4 plays, 0 for 1. No.
And for his life.
Yeah. You never want to see somebody get hurt, man. Like, it sucks. And he's a legend and future Hall of Famer for sure. But it just was, God, isn't that just like that poetic? Like, I can see why people say the NFL scripted kind of thing. You hype it. Guys in for 4 plays. And I'll tell you, that Bills defense was getting at him. My boy Floyd, I think he got his 2 sacks last night. If not, it was 1.5. You know, you hate to see it. It changed the course of things. God, I don't know. It's I don't even know where to start, really. Let's go with our offense. That seems to be like the thorn in the foot of this team right now. So Jarrod, we'll start with you there, buddy. Tell me, what was your overall take of the offensive play of the Bills last night? I'm going to go probably specifically with Josh Allen. Go ahead, buddy.
Okay.
Jared, understand the question, man. Remember, you took off last week.
Yeah, let's not go to defense now.
So the defense is looking pretty. No, if you look at the breakdown of the game, I think the offense had the ball for 33 minutes compared to the Jets' 27. Now, if you take away those 4 turnovers that the Bills had, the offense would have had the ball longer. So I think they had the right script. They had the right mentality going forward. They had possession of the ball. Just unfortunately, those turnovers came, 4 of them throughout the game, and you're not going to win many games that way. Josh Allen, I've seen hero ball talked about a lot today, and unfortunately and fortunate at the same time, hero ball, that part of his game's never going to go away. It's week 1, cobwebs. Maybe he was forcing a little bit more than what he should have, but look for that to calm down in the weeks to come. I'm hoping, but Josh Allen still threw for almost 71%. You know, he did have great balls to receivers. He just, got picked off 3 times, and people don't like that. I think someone called it a hand punt when they throw the ball so deep and it gets picked off on 3rd and long that it might as well have been a punt. But Josh Allen did struggle. Again, if the turnovers weren't there, he would have had a decent game. Stephon Diggs was there on the sidelines the whole time, pumping him up. So he has his team there.
Steph had a hell of a game. Steph had a game, over 100 yards, a TD, and that guy that, wanted out of Buffalo and was a bad teammate over there trying to calm his quarterback down, trying to hype up. There was a million times that Stephon Diggs that they tried to paint in the media could have came out and reared his head, and he did not at all night. He was in it, and he was trying to hype that team up the way a captain does. And you know what, man? I'll say it right here, and I love Josh Allen to death, but he could use a little of that. He could use that pick your head up kind of stuff on the sidelines. If you're the reason, if you're going to take the blame at the end of the game in the press conference and say, it's all on me, it's my fault, I need to play better, I can't do this. It's great to acknowledge that. We're past that. This is year 6. It's year 6, and you have to not only say the words, you have to own them. Stephon Diggs, when it's looking bad, when it's getting down to it, he's over there getting people hyped up. You need your quarterback to do that too, especially if you're saying it's your fault. And God, I could talk about this for a very, very long time. But before I scoop up a bunch of takes, Scooter Magooter, what do you got on it?
I was going to say, let me interject here with a Josh Allen conversation. We love him for how he is, how his heart is, how competitive he is. Year 6, Swank, you said it. This hero ball, he needs to cut the crap. At some point, he needs to figure out that the offensive game plan that I believe Ken Dorsey brought to the table was a good one. Questionable calls throughout the game as it became more stressful and the situation became a little more difficult, maybe. But Josh Allen needs to figure out that what you're given. He was given those short dink and dunk passes all game. Hardy was involved. 3 catches for I don't know how many yards, but that happened quick and it was effective, and they stopped it. And then it got to a point where I believe Josh Allen felt like, I got to make a big play. I got to make a big play, big splash play. He needs to stop doing that. This talk about these successful quarterbacks in the NFL are taking what they're given, and he's yet to understand that. This hero ball, he needs to stop. I love his heart. I really do. And I'm glad he's our quarterback. I would choose him over any quarterback in the NFL. I really would. But this BS needs to stop. He needs to put the big boy pants on, understand that he's a vet in this league now. He's potentially been MVP for multiple years, and your roster is better than it was last year. Stop.
It's a mindset. It's absolutely a mindset. I mean, you don't have to do it anymore. They have spent years in free agency, in the draft, shaping this team into exactly. I mean, I'm looking at the comments right now, and guys, keep them coming. You guys are killing it. We're all right on the same page here. They wanted a running back that could take some of the load off Josh. Cook had a great game last night. I thought the way they were trying to implement him, it was working. He was getting hot, right? I think they stalled out on a couple of these things. And I think I was saying 70% of it, Josh Allen, 30% Dorsey. All right. And I see some comments on the O-line play and talking about that. Sure. I really think that the New York Jets probably have the number one, if not at least a top 3 defense in the league. They were brutal.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at that touchdown drive, if you look at the starting drive that ended in the field goal, they came out quick passes over the middle. We talked about that on Sunday sessions. Quick passes over the middle, getting the run game going. They were chunking out yards. They were doing something that they have never done. The little yards, 5 yards at a time, getting the job done. I was telling these two, all of a sudden I look up, I'm watching, and you're still trying to settle in viewing the game, right? Like getting into like, oh my God, like all these feelings coming back and like, let's go, like whatever. All of a sudden they're past midfield.
Mm-hmm.
They're in Jets territory before I even realized what the hell was going on. And I really think it was working. They put points on the board, but I think it hit a time where Josh wasn't trusting his line. The pocket was there. It might not have been there for 6 seconds, but it was there. And if you were doing those designed quick outs, spreading it out to the tight ends, like they were getting involved. Knox had a great game. He had a kind of a drop, whatever. It seemed like a suspect pass as well, but whatever. Kincaid getting in there. You got Harris, you got Murray, you got Hardy, you got, that. I'll tell you what, Dorsey's best play call of the night, that throw to Gabe Davis. Amazing. Amazing. Like executed perfectly. That pick that wasn't a pick, how could you have timed that any better and drawn it up? Now, if anybody is sitting there thinking like Dorsey, oh God, whatever, I get it. I really do get it. The 2nd and 15 in overtime, running the ball, shut up with that shit. The design run with Josh Allen, stop. Just stop. But that play right there, all those plays to the outside, all those plays across the middle, but that Gabe Davis play, that is the genius that you can potentially tap into with Ken Dorsey. Best play call of the night.
Hell, even that pitch, that drive you're talking about where they scored, that pitch to the outside, utilizing the talent that you have in James Cook and letting him get outside. Reggie Gilliam, one of our favorite players, was out there lead blocking. We see the 12 personnel a lot, but that 22 personnel and getting them to the edge is something that the Buffalo Bills could take advantage of, I do believe, with those tight ends and Reggie Gilliam. But, yeah, there's a lot of good plays that were called.
Yeah.
And then there were a lot of, obviously, questionable plays that we've mentioned. But it's a learning curve. But, yep, you're right. There's some plays you could take right out of there, Swank. That one where Josh Allen has to run to give the ball to Cook for a zone play on the outside.
No.
Just no more of that.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you have to read the room. You're playing against a Jets defensive line that is smart and strong, and they get to where they want to get. Why are you doing design runs with your quarterback up the 3 and 5 hole?
Yeah.
Or 3 and 4 hole. You know what I mean?
You spent all offseason, and like I said, the last couple seasons trying to build this roster so Josh Allen didn't have to take those kind of risks. All right. Now, another part of it, and I saw it in the comments, I can't remember if it was Rob or who, I think Rob mentioned it. He needs to step out of bounds after he picks up these first downs. He can't be bowling his way through these. And I'm going to say ball security, fumble-wise, yeah, McDermott on the sideline, play smart. I mean, you shouldn't have to tell your franchise veteran quarterback that. He should know by now. And I hope that this is the game that solidifies it for him, because with all the Favre references, man, I love the reference because you lived and died with Favre, right? Favre is a gunslinger. He's going to do what he does. So the things that make him great are also the things that can screw you, I'm saying last night's game was a Fitzy game. Last night looked a lot more like Ryan Fitzpatrick to me than Brett Favre. And I think it's not a big adjustment. I think it's just he needs to realize where he's at. He needs to realize what the plan is. Josh, I got this comment up that he said, like it looks like he got bored. It's the difference between him and Mahomes. I agree, man. I think like they hit that point and they weren't moving the ball as fast as they wanted or he wanted maybe. And I think he hit that point where he was like scrambling and throwing bombs. And that's how he made White had $250,000 today. The kid had a little a bonus in his contract where if he got three interceptions, and incentives this year, if he got 3 interceptions this year, he would get $250K, and he earned it last night on Josh Allen. So
congratulations.
Yeah. But I will say this, they made Sauce Gardner look like a chump last night. Yeah. Absolutely was not a factor in the game whatsoever.
And guys, I know we talk about our Buffalo Bills and what they could have done, but you got to give credit to the Jets. They played a game where all they had to do was hang around and put up the points when they had to do it. So you got to hand it to them. They had a good scheme defensively against our Buffalo Bills, which we've struggled against in the past. But it was a tough fought match, and I thought we definitely could have won that game for sure, but too many mistakes.
Penny Andrew says no protection for Josh. Penny, I got to tell you, again, I think that's like the best line, if not a top 3 defensive line in the league. And I know I saw Dawkins get blown up one play. I saw Spencer get blown up a play or two. Osiris Torrance on that same play, Scott pointed out earlier. For the most part, man, I don't think that they did horrible. I think they got thrown to the Lions week 1, and I think they held their own. And I'm going to say, and you guys let me know what you think in the comments too, I think Josh bailed on the pocket early a couple times because he was trying to make something happen that wasn't there. And if he would have sat in and kind of scanned the field, there's people also talking about on that one Gabe interception, Stephon Diggs was wide open, Kincaid was wide open. He didn't scan the field properly. And when you're running for your life, it's harder to do that. And if you put yourself in that position and you're not trusting the process, hey, ding, ding, and stand in the pocket and scan the field, you're not going to get any further than that. So all good points. It's 8:33. Let's head over to the defensive side of the ball. Jarrod, what do you think about the defensive performance last night?
The front 4 coming in, they were effective just with them rushing in. A lot of stunts up front. Swank, your X factor was Floyd, and you said he was going to get 2. He got 1.5, so we'll call that 2. So he had a good game. It's nice to see what he's doing. Matt Milano's playing lights out, coming up and making a key stop on the long drive to tackle Cook in the backfield. Trey White, not anybody's given him much credit, but he had a pretty shutout game except for that one lucky catch that Wilson had.
Hell of a catch.
Yeah. So Trey White was playing Trey White football. And, our middle linebacker, Bernard, he slowly got used to the game. And then all of a sudden he was there in the second half. He was coming up, taking on blocks. So Milano could make tackles. So his other teammates could make tackles. And I think he's coming into it. And I love seeing that. So our defense played stout with, our offense giving up the ball 4 times. They kept them pretty. It's hard to also come back and play another quarterback when you haven't schemed against them all week. Aaron Rodgers, a different schematic approach. And then when Zach Wilson comes in, it's hard. It's different. So they adjusted well. And I think McDermott called a good defense, and the Bills defense played well.
Yeah, I would agree with you 100%, except for that run D. The run D drove me absolutely crazy. Good. I'll leave it up to Scott. He can talk about it. Go ahead, Scott.
2 missed tackles. The first long run by Breece Hall was your man Floyd there. It was there for him to get the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and the same thing goes for that long 83-yard run. Trey White was there to miss the tackle. You hate to take things back. We always mention it's a game of inches, and it's exactly what it was. But if you were to subtract those 2 runs in that 109 yards, they're only averaging 2.6 yards a carry. And, I'm tired of the 3 games a year that the Buffalo Bills do give up an 80-plus yard touchdown run, because it seems that when that happens, our defensive rushing team is trash. They did a good job. 2 missed tackles makes the story a completely different story. Jarrod, Bernard, I said give him 3-4 weeks before we understand how good of a linebacker he's going to be. 11 tackles. I think he did a great job.
Yep.
He did, especially not playing 1 preseason game.
Yep.
And I think we're good about that. But Yeah, that rush defense, if you take those two plays away, it's a completely different story.
And that's the problem, right?
Yep.
Well, they say most old pros say that the game boils down to 5 essential plays throughout the game, and you want to think as a fan every play counts the same, right? And they do until they don't. So yeah, you take away those 2 runs, it's a completely different game. You take away that ridiculous only could happen to the Bills touchdown catch by Wilson. It just I was impressed by that D line. I hope Jordan Phillips came back in the game, right? He was better. He had that that sack, and then a quarter later was laying on the turf, and I'm like, come on, man, not again. Like, let this guy have a season, like, what the hell? But I'll tell you, Floyd grew. Eddie Oliver got in the backfield at one point. I know people were underwhelmed by his performance overall, but he's a D tackle, man. He got back there. Puna came in. Settle actually. He had a pretty solid night too. That D line, it's working. You
guys got to remember, when you're only rushing 4 people, everybody on that line matters at that point when you're only bringing 4. So Ed Oliver might not have had the numbers, but he was occupying space to allow Floyd and Russo. Russo could have had 15 sacks, I think. He was all over the place.
Yeah.
So, they just rushed 4. So all those guys up front were doing their job. And I want to give a shout out to Paul Rossi, who brought up Bernard's chasing that 60-yard rundown.
Yeah.
That was one highlight that stuck out to me, is that he never gave up. He's our cornerback there that's playing there for a reason, and he showed you why. He saved 7 points from getting on that board.
I think I texted you guys right during
Benford.
it.
Yep.
Yeah. I texted you guys last night, like that. It's like DK Metcalf, who, like that dude, how the hell? And I know Breece Hall was on a snap count and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. The dude put up over 100 yards last night on like 4 touches or whatever. But for a corner, a young corner that got drafted that late, not only to win the CB2 position, but to put that much of himself out on the field and show you what a team player he is, he gassed himself to save that touchdown, dude. Nobody else was going to catch him. Nobody. I can't believe how fast that kid was. That was nuts.
That's awesome.
Great play. Oh, let's see here. Josh has good instincts, but Bernard's size worries me. I feel you. I think Scott's got one for you for that.
The average linebacker, middle linebacker that's successful in this league is 6'1", 6'2", 225, 230 pounds. So his size is the exact size of many of the successful linebackers, middle linebackers in this NFL.
Word.
It's the new size middle linebacker. They're no longer 6'4", 240 pounds, guys.
Yeah, it was Benford, not Bernard, guys.
Yeah, Bernard 6'1", 224.
Yep. He fits the mold now.
Mary Jane Hughes says, any Bills injuries? I think the only thing, Dr. Bruce threw it out there earlier. I think Jordan Phillips got nicked up a little bit, but he returned. Other than that, I think we got out pretty clean.
Yeah, we did. Yep.
Penny says, beautiful tribute for 9/11. Yeah, I thought the crowd singing thing was kind of weird. I don't think it had the weight that they wanted it to. The Islanders do that at games, and apparently that's like a new thing. The Jets want to make a tradition in the stadium and have like somebody start the anthem, and then everybody comes in. But the girl that was singing, she had a beautiful voice. I wish they would have just let her sing, because I think anybody in the crowd that knows the words just sings along anyway. So I don't know. It was. I mean, yeah, it was a great ceremony, whatever. But that part to me was a little weird. All right. Well, it's 8:40. We took that a little past. Don't forget, we're sponsored by 24/7. Yeah, Buff Fam Base. We're on that network, and we're also sponsored by 26 Shirts. Go to 26shirts.com, buy everything. We're going to move forward here. We're facing the Las Vegas Raiders, not the Oakland Raiders, not the Los Angeles Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders. This weekend, coming to Highmark Stadium for our first home game of the season. Pumped for that. Pumped for what kind of adjustments these Reed boys are going to do. We're going to have kind of a lightning round to try and get out of here. It looks like we're going to go a little overtime, but hopefully not too much overtime.
The K-Gun report in overtime?
It's weird, man. We're never going to get syndicated. Never. Rob Mullen, on to the Raiders. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. So let's start here. We got Jimmy Garoppolo, brand new quarterback for this here Las Vegas Raiders team. We got Jacobs, who apparently is happy now as a Raider. He, to me, is the one concern on this offense that I really have. I think we know what Jimmy is. I think that offense is pretty average, if not a notch below average. He's a game manager. He can hurt you a couple different ways, but not anything that I'm too scared about, especially with the way I saw the defense show out. The only thing that would really worry me is this run D, and I have a feeling McDermott's going to be all over that this week in practice. So, Scott, what are you looking for out of this Bills defense coming into this home game this season?
I think it's a good matchup, and I think the Bills are prepared for it for Trey White and Christian Benford. We have two good size wide receivers in Jacoby Myers and Devonta Adams, two guys that can beat you running the quick routes, the slants, the outs, and going deep. They're good red zone presence. So defensively, I would like to see Garoppolo on his ass. I don't think this offensive line can handle our defensive line. But we shall see. Well, it all depends on what McDermott brings. But I have a feeling it's going to be another good defensive matchup on both ends. But we have to defend those wide receivers. Josh Jacobs was the best running back last year as well. So if we have any inclination of what this Bills defense is going to look like based off those just two runs that the Jets did last week on Monday or yesterday, it may be something that we're a little tighter on watching the game when Josh Jacobs gets the ball. We're like, make that tackle. You fix those tackling issues, we got that run game solved. And then Garoppolo, he's proven if you give him fluster, just like most quarterbacks in the NFL, if you put him on his ass a couple times, he may start putting those balls out a little early, get some interceptions. So I think the defense, they got a lot to worry about, wide receiver, running back. But I think they potentially, coming off of last week with a loss, may come up with a fire underneath their ass.
Hell yeah. Adam's saying, don't let Jacoby Myers kill us for sure. Our boy Ryan Hickman said, well, like Josh, I've made some bad decisions in my life. Rob Mullen says, in my honest humble opinion, I believe it is, IMHO, time to reinsert Dodson because of Jacobs. Plays better up at the line with better gap integrity, playing downhill versus the run.
Problem with that is they still have Hunter Renfrow as a slot wide receiver, and I think we need a better covering linebacker in there rather than Dodson. So I think it's fair enough to give Bernard, after having 11 tackles and being the leading tackler, to give him another chance at that middle linebacker position.
Yeah, I mean, I know McDermott and the way the Bills go is the best man for the job. So I guess whoever they think is going to fit that defense best, they're going to throw in there. Let's see.
Like I said, I think in the second half of that game, our linebacker there started to come up a little bit harder and take on blocks, which essentially lets the other guys wreak havoc, such as Milano. So I don't think you take our middle linebacker out now. You don't take middle linebackers out, in my opinion.
Yeah. Paul Rossi, run D and special teams needs some focus this week, rather yelling at Highmark than at my friend's house. There you go. Rob says Renfro won't beat us the way Jacobs can.
You have to respect them both, though.
Jacobs had 19 carries for about 48 yards, so they're still going to give him the ball. They're still getting him warmed up to the regular season. But, yeah, I agree. Any way you could stop him is beneficial. You got to figure that out. But like I said, our linebacker was filling up. And I think the second half play, if you go back and watch, our linebackers played well.
All right, let's move over to the offense.
This is where you might see Poona Ford. Poona Ford might be making an appearance this weekend.
Poona. Thanks for cutting me off, Jared. Right. Let's move to the offensive side of the ball.
You took too long of a pause, Jared. You took too long of a pause.
Gotta hit that beat, man. Still trying to shake it out, you know. Our dude Josh was talking about Max Crosby being one of his favorite non-Bills players. That man is a machine. So that is a consideration for sure when we're talking about the offensive side of the ball coming up here. To me, starting out, we just got to play a clean game. We got to have a solid game plan. I think that the mixture of the run game and the short pass game and the long pass game, it's all there. It's all in that mix. The play calling has to be on point. The execution has to be on point. I think you're going to see Josh Allen maybe not get clipped, but they're going to be pushing those 5 to 10 to 15 yard throws. I don't think you're going to see a whole lot of bombs going down the field during this game, but I could be wrong. I just want to see a more confident Josh Allen and the guy that we know is in there and play the way he needs to. Jesus, they spread the ball around like crazy last night. So again, that's not a problem to me. Stephon Diggs is still elite. Like, that's not a problem. Josh Cook doing what he needs to do. Harris, I thought he had a couple good plays. Murray had a couple good plays. It's just, go in and be the team we know you can be. Jarrod, what are you smirking at, and what's your take on the offense, buddy?
I'm smirking at a couple weeks ago. I said Josh Cook is our running back, and you just did too.
Did I say Josh Cook?
We'll have to rewind the tape. I'll rewind the tape.
Okay.
No, I think our offense. Look at the film this week.
We're talking about the defense.
Oh, I thought we were on the offense now.
We are. I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
Don't do that. You know how easily flustered I am. Crosby is one of those guys. He's a likable guy on that defense, but he's dangerous too. So you got to watch out for him. You got to get the right, blocking scheme his way. But that Raiders defense can be scary at times. But I think our offense has got to come together this week. I think they have to utilize the running backs a little bit more, running and passing. If you look at the Raiders offense, they use their running backs quite a bit. I think we got to take a page out of their book and use ours a little bit more. But like you said, Stephon Diggs, he's still an elite guy. Gabe Davis, I want to see more of him this week, and I want to see those tight ends being used a little bit more. So we'll see what happens. It's a home game. The crowd's going to be crazy. We're going to have that Fields in that stadium. So hopefully Josh Allen will take that, listen to Stephon Diggs and be like, hey, this is a long season. Let's just take what's given to us and just move forward, because our offense could be top 5 if you do that, because you're a great quarterback. So looking forward to a more mature offense this week from week 1.
Dr. Bruce said, just a stat, but Josh had a 70% completion rate last night.
Yeah.
I think you guys brought that up before we went on air.
70.7.
78 if you include his
the other 3
Jets catches.
Yeah. I knew you were going there. Minus the interceptions. Unfortunately, the interceptions happened. I mean, it just whatever. I don't know. I was thinking about it. If all of those interceptions turned into field goals, we wouldn't even be sitting here.
Nope.
and those, I think that's the mentality. Nobody wants all these these drives to end in field goals, but if they end in points, or even if they end in non-turnovers, just
against a defense like the Jets, if you end up with points every time you go down there, it's a good thing.
Yeah. Let's see. Rob Mullen, until the 12 personnel is perfected, best to go back to 11 and 13 personnel that Josh is comfortable with. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like you said, Rob says 70% dinking and dunking. Yeah, moving the ball. I mean, over 200 yards. He got in trouble when he went long. That's the deal, right? Like, I don't think it's really not a question of accuracy right now as far as like where the game plan was concerned. I think it's the Hail Mary hero balls. That's what screwed all that up.
Yeah, going along with those off the back foot, just chucking it up there. It's not like he was planted and throwing those long balls. Those are desperation balls, those hero balls. So those play factor.
Penny says, has Bean made a comment on last night's game? I don't believe so. I don't think he really speaks a lot unless there's like a roster move or a coaching thing, or he might do like a state of the team or like mid-season kind of deal, but usually he's not doing pressers.
Mm-hmm.
See, Joey Hatch, just like Josh Young said, Josh Young, same stuff, different place. I have to clean this up. We have to make good decisions and stop making boneheaded decisions. Yes, you were right, Josh. Yeah, Joey. I mean, again, we talked about a little earlier. He said these same things a lot after these kind of losses. But I'm going to say we don't have these kind of losses a lot. 13-3 last year, man. Like after the season we had, the losses hurt more because we're not used to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think a lot of us, I made a joke about PTSD in our little meeting earlier, but like, it's true, man. We're old enough to remember how long they sucked for. So I think the losses do hit us a little harder when they come like this. Let's see. Ryan Hickman, 4 turnovers, and we still stayed in the game. That's the defense. Yeah, you're right. D played pretty good last night, minus the run game, man. Absolutely. How about big boot babyface Barris with that doink?
Doink, doink.
Let's see. Rob Mullen, this thing. We were talking about this a little bit. Off the subject, did I see something about Pegula making a racist remark to Jerry Jones? I caught a little bit of this. Again, I have not listened or seen very much Bills news or anything at all. I did see that Terry released a statement completely flat out saying that this was a bold-faced lie and that he was offended that he'd even be associated with it. And I think this has got a little bit of weight. It's basically somebody's word against somebody's word. I'll default to he's married to an Asian woman who's like a very predominant, like strong sports figure and businesswoman. His children's they're half Asian, half like I don't, if he's racist, I guess it's got to be a very specific like race. I don't know. And hey, maybe he did. I don't know. But I really don't see it. I just don't see it. I think Jerry Jones is an asshole. I could see him saying it.
I didn't see anything either. I didn't see any of the comments, but you're right. I mean, just look at what Pegula is all about, and I don't think that's fact.
Adam said no, it wasn't to Jerry Jones. Ryan Hickman trying to put all these jokes in here. What's up? Parker said he played better than Josh did. Okay.
It's a week where Josh Allen, they study film, they do, and to say that they don't watch the social media, that's false. That's false. They do. Josh has got the pressure on him now, and like we've mentioned before, it's year 6. He needs to see what's going on. He needs to understand. He will see that the game plan was working before, and he needs to stick to it. We're playing against the Raiders defense, who only gave up, I think, 16 points to the Denver Broncos, who I think are still trying to figure themselves out. But this is not an interior defensive line like you played against the Jets. These are not the linebackers that the Jets provided that you're playing against. I think if you're looking at the roster wise, I think this is a bounce back week for the Buffalo Bills, especially like Jarrod said, since they're playing at home. It's a good game. It'll be a tough game. It'll be a tough game because they have the talent on the edge with Max Crosby and Tyree Wilson, the rookie from Texas Tech that they drafted, I think, this year, and their offense is talented. So it's going to be a tough game. It's an NFL. All games are tough, but you have to go 1-1, and you have to show the fans and your teammates that I've learned from just 1 week ago. It's something that has to happen.
That's the truth, man. That is the truth. All right. We've come to that point, man. It's 8:54. Let's go. We'll go around, do score prediction, bold prediction, X Factor. And I'm going to go ahead and start with Scooter Magooter.
Are we throwing out all 3 right here?
Yeah, just do them.
Do it.
I just mentioned, I think it's a week that Josh comes back. My bold prediction is that Josh is going to throw over 300 yards. Not sure how it's going to look, but it needs to be a 300-yard game. I'm going to go there. I'm going to start very minimal with my bold predictions and realistic. So 300 yards for Josh Allen. My score prediction, I do think the Bills are going to put up a 40 knot on the Raiders defense. Like I said, I don't think they have the talent to stop this type of caliber offense.
Going real nice and just nice and easy. I'll add it in here. Okay.
What's that?
You said you were gonna. I'm just gonna go nice and realistic. 300 yards, 40 points.
50 points.
But I think this is a defense where you can redeem yourself. So I'm gonna go like 40-13, 40-20. They're gonna score a couple points. Yeah, let's go 40-20. 40-20.
40-20.
Yeah, and my X factor is gonna be definitely left tackle, right tackle versus Max Crosby. He can ruin a game. He can ruin a game. And so I'm going offensive line. Trenches are going to be the X factor today or Sunday.
Nice. What do you got, Scoop? Or, geez, Jerry?
I know I look like him.
I was screwing it with you and said his name last time, and then, yeah.
So
that's what I get.
Score prediction. Buffalo Bills will win this week, 24-13. It's hard to give the Oakland Raiders 13 points. I know the running game has struggled, but our defense did play well this past week, and I think they're going to just get better and better and better. My bold prediction is Cook is going to have 16 touches at least. Total yards will be over 100, and he'll get his first touchdown of the year. And my X factor is going to be Josh Allen's composure. It's going to be a 24-13 game. It's going to be close for a little bit, so he's going to have to be able to make the right decisions, maybe take a sack on 3rd and long and not wing it up to live another play. But the X factor from week 2 and on, we'll just focus this week, is Josh Allen's composure. Go Bills.
I don't like it. Let's see. Adam says 31-13 Bills. X factor James Cook. Bold prediction Trey White pick 6. I like it. I like it. Dr. Bruce says 38-18 Bills win. Let's see. Score prediction from Rob Mullen. Bills bounce back and romp the score 42-23. He's in Camp Scooter. For me,
Camp Scooter.
John, score prediction 42-21 Matt Milano for my X factor, either a pick 6. I like it. Yeah, man, I think that this is a game they need to come out and they need to win, and they don't need to just win. They need to win dominantly. I don't think it's going to be quite in the 40s. I'm going to go 35 and I'm going to go 13. I think you're going to see a big defensive stand. I think you're going to see Jimmy G on his butt. So my bold prediction is, I picked Floyd last week. I think he's going to be in there. I think my boy Groot gets 2 this week. That's my thing. I'm going to spread the love a little bit. My X factor, much like my brother Jarrod down there, it's got to be Josh Allen. I'll go the other side of that coin with the 30% that I was talking. Ken Dorsey, got to make sure that Josh is comfortable enough with the play calling that he doesn't feel like he has to put the weight of the world on his shoulders. So let's get these play calls set up. Let's diagnose this problem. And I think Dorsey's play calling, that's going to be the X factor.
And you'll be able to tell by the efficiency of the game and how it runs and how comfortable everybody looks. That's how you'll be able to tell if Dorsey and Allen are on the same page.
Yeah.
And like Mark Maddox always says, coaches need to set these players up for success. So if we see Ken Dorsey take a back step and maybe offer some screens to the running backs and a couple more under the second level routes that Josh Allen can dump the ball off to, we'll see that he understands that, hey, man, take it easy. Let's win this game strategically.
Hell yeah.
I love that Groot. I love that Groot statement. He had a hell of a game this past week.
Yeah, he played really well.
He's going to start to get there. And I know we made bold predictions, or the Fandemonium made bold predictions a couple weeks ago before the season started, of people having, like 3 or 4 guys on this team having double-digit sacks. And watching this game this past weekend, they're going to push it. It's exciting.
Ooh, this just in from Dr. Bruce over here. Uh-oh. Guys, it's
here we go, folks. We're in overtime.
That's right, folks. We're in overtime. That means that we went all the way to 9 o'clock, and we're probably going to push past it because we haven't even made the other picks of the week yet. So here we are. That overtime is dedicated to my boy Patrick Hughes. Man, missed him. He's MIA tonight, but we'll get him back. Miss you, Pat. Let's see.
Come back, Pat. Baby, come back.
Let's see. Mike V says 35-17 Bills win. Bold prediction. James Cook 125 yards, 2 TDs, X Factor run stopping defense. I like it.
Yep.
Might be too simplistic, says Paul Rossi. Could Dingledorse be more effective with controlling Allen from sideline versus the booth? I don't know, man. I just don't know.
Dorsey's emotional adrenaline rush, I don't think they can handle on the sideline. So I think he needs to stay up there.
Hell yeah. I would say Josh has to get his game going next week, and Bills will win with a 35-14 score. That's the beautiful Alan Lartz with that prediction.
Tell you what, I'd rather see Josh Allen's like that look that they keep focusing on in week 1 rather than in the playoffs. So Allen's getting that look out of the way for the season so he can just dominate the rest of the season.
I like it. All right, guys, we're going to go around, pick the rest of the AFC East games and a couple other games, including Swank's patented toilet bowl. So let's see. We have Jets at Cowboys. That's a 425 game. Jets at Cowboys. Really quick, the standings here. I had this up here.
Don't show that.
Well, I didn't make a graphic. I'll have it next week. Scott is right now leading 4-3. Good on you, Scott. I'm right on his heels, 3-4. And Jarrod picking up where he was last year, 1-6.
Man.
Let's
Go
see.
with your brains every once in a while, not your heart, Jarrod. Come on.
I know. That's what I'm doing this week.
We'll see.
It's like, how did you must have like buddied up with like Scott and I on the opposite of where we won and lost.
Yep. Pick a friend and go with them.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you the first shot then, man. Jets at Cowboys. What do you got?
I have the Cowboys winning this. I know the Jets have a tough D, but the Cowboys also have a tough D, and Jets are relying on Zach Wilson to run it. So Parsons is going to have a hell of a game. It's going to be close, but I think Dak Prescott's going to find a way and beat them Jets.
I like it. I'm going Cowboys as well. They seem to have finally figured it out down there. We'll see if they can stack 2 in a row. What do you think, Scoot?
I'm going Cowboys. I think the Cowboys offense had a week off last week. So now it's time that they show up, and that Cowboys defense is going to give Wilson a tough day.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I like it a lot. Dolphins at Patriots Sunday night game. I'll say this, man.
Mm-hmm.
Bill O'Brien might have found a use for those tight ends, and he almost made that bag of milk look like he knew what the hell he was doing. At certain points. I hate this game. I want it to end in a tie. Scott, why don't you pick it first?
Patriots showed up against the Eagles, and I think they'll show up against Miami. I think as long as they can take care of that deep ball that, Tua so desperately needs in order to be successful, I think they'll be fine. I'm going with the upset. It is going to be an upset, Patriots over Miami.
Wow. I'm going to say that I don't agree with your pick. I'm going to go with the team that I think I hate the most in our division currently, the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins. Tua, with his extremely great play that he's getting super credit for with his pinpoint accuracy, even though he threw an interception and fumbled the ball and whatever. I mean, I can't speak. I know what Josh Allen did last night. That's a rare game for Josh Allen. Just remember that, folks.
But Josh Allen played a tough defense.
He sure did.
Tua did not.
Who you got, Jerry?
I'm gearing towards New England, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to go Dolphins.
All right.
The more picks Jared picks against me, the more excited I am about my picks.
Penny says Dolphins. Mike V, Dolphins. Rob Mullen, Patriots D is for real, and Bill O'Brien can scheme with the best of them. Pats in an upset. Let's see. Definitely Dolphins, says Adam. Bop your bop, says Jeremy Blair. I don't know what that is.
That's my belly button. When you see me smack my gut like that, that's Jeremy Blair went through orientation with me, and that's our little thing. So
gotcha. That's a little inside nurse humor. I see.
Yeah.
I see what's happening.
Off the bop.
Waddle. Let's see. Let the Flacco 2.0 era begin, says Rob Mullen. Fins, John says, all right, let's go Ravens Bengals. That seems to be a very interesting AFC game. I haven't gone first yet. I'll go first here. Does Joe Burrow get his shit together at home? With all the bang, dude, this is a hard game to pick.
Yeah.
Everybody banged up on the Ravens side. What is up? You know what? I'm gonna. Oh, God, it's hard. All of the live streams and podcasts in Cincinnati are doing the same exact show that we just did for the Bills, only for the Bengals. I'm gonna say they're saying Joe Burrow says relax, everything's gonna come. I'm going Bengals. Bengals at home Sunday 1 o'clock.
I'm right there with you. I got Cincinnati winning. Those three teams that should have won in week 1 are going to win this week. So Buffalo, Cincinnati.
We got a lot of Ravens in the comments. Whew.
I'm going Ravens too. That defense is too strong. That defense is too strong. Those two linebackers are all over the place. They can't handle it. I don't think they can. Ravens.
Let's see. Eric Gordner's with me with Cincy. Thanks, Eric. What's up? We got Lonnie saying, hi, guys. Sorry I'm late. Lonnie, you're never late. You're fine. Josh says, remember week 1 is a liar? Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, the Bengals O-line needs to get it together. I'm going Bengals too. Hell yeah. But geez, Rossi, Johns, Mike V, Penny, all said Ravens. Rob Mullen, Ravens.
There you go.
All right. All right. Chiefs Jaguars. Another interesting game. Is Kelsey coming back? Is he healthy? Is he coming back for this game?
If he comes back, he's not healthy.
Yeah. So I'll say this, man. Mahomes played his ass off. They did not lose because of Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Jones still sitting out. They're going to be basically the same team as they were last week coming in. God, I think the Jags, they're a hot team. I think home. What do you get? Jerry, you're up first. You think I'm trying to steer you down a path right now?
Yeah. I'm going to go stick my guns and say the teams that should have won week 1 are going to win this week. So Chiefs over the Jags.
Drove him right over that cliff. Do you see that?
Yep. I'm liking the Jags, guys. They made the playoffs last year, and they've only gotten better. Etienne is back. I mean, Trevor Lawrence has got camaraderie with his all-star wide receiver core, as far as I'm concerned. Evan Ingram at tight end. This is not going to be a Chiefs defense that can stop just any. This Jaguars offense.
All right, hold on. Listen, you guys. I'm going to tell you right now, like I said, I stay away from football news today. I'm wrong. Chris Jones is back. He signed a one season deal for $25 million, Joey says. Josh confirms. Penny also confirms. Chris Jones is back. So if that makes anybody change their minds, just okay. Go ahead.
No, this Jaguars offense is only getting better, and they made the playoffs last year and looked pretty impressive. Trevor Lawrence has got his shit together. Kansas City 0-2.
Damn. So we got you with the Jags. We got Jerry with the Chiefs. Is that what's going on?
Yes, sir.
All right, Jerry, I'll give you a chance to catch up, and I'm going to go Jaguars. We got Casey. What's up, Casey? Thanks for joining. We got Paulette. What's up, Paulette?
What's up, guys?
Rob says he signed Friday after the Thursday night game. I had no idea, dude. I had no idea. My bad. It's a good thing we're a Bills show.
Yeah, right. And the funny thing is, he was wearing a Seattle Seahawks hat, which is pretty awkward.
Was he really?
During the game.
Oh, no shit. All right, guys. Let's do a Toilato Bowl. Let's see. Nope. Bears, Bucks.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Hold on. Let me just look here. Giants, Cardinals.
Oh, okay.
Commanders, Broncos. Nah. Okay, it's either
Colts,
Texans. Yeah. Maybe they'll tie again.
Yep.
I do like that Giants Cardinals one though.
All right, let's do 2 then. Give you a chance to step up. See, Jerry hates it when I do this. He's like, "Come on, man, we only have one more game to pick. What the hell, man?" All right, we'll start with Giants at Cardinals. Toilet bowl number 1. This is the PP one.
There you go. I'll go Giants right off the bat.
There you go.
They aren't as bad as that 40-0 score against the Cowboys.
I'm going to disagree, and I'm going to say Cardinals. Dable can rot, dude. This is the Dable offense I always wanted everybody to see. Fraud ass.
I'm going New York Giants too.
Wait, the New York Giants?
Jersey.
All right. Chicago Bears at Buccaneers. I'll start it off, man. I hate Baker Mayfield. Go Bears. Here we go, Bears.
I'm with you. I think they have the talent offensively as well. Fields needs to run the ball though. That's his game. Let him be freelance. Let him do what he's got to do. Bears will be okay.
Yep, got Bears too. Bears. Good job, guys. I like that. I like how we're doing more than just, we do our AFC East and then we do a couple and then the toilet bowl.
Hey, man, well, we got a request for one more, dude, from one of your friends.
Eric.
He wants us to pick.
We're not going to keep Pittsburgh every week.
Oh, I'll pick this game. No problem. No problem. Scott knows it's a way to get ahead of me. Because screw the Browns, dude. I'm going Pittsburgh. Absolutely.
I'm going with that whole week 1 belief that I don't think that tells the whole story. I think Pittsburgh's offense is legit. They have the talent. And I think that defense is going to make Watson the massage Popson. I've just made up a nickname, whatever. He's in trouble this week.
The massage Popson?
I don't know. I was trying to think of something. I'm not that creative.
That's all right.
He's in trouble this week. The Steelers are angry. I'm going Steelers.
Damn, what are you going to do, Jerry? You going to try and pull ahead?
Gotta go Pittsburgh. Nope, Pittsburgh.
Oh, nice. Here you go, Eric. Happy birthday, brother.
Yeah, please, Eric, if you have any say in how this turns out, beat the shit out of Cleveland. I don't want to hear anything else about them all year.
No, that's it. Yeah, 1 in 16. All right, guys. Here we are. Had a great time hanging out with all you guys. Stayed steady with the viewership all night. Great comics. Great participation. I know this was a rough one. We're going to do final thoughts. Thank you guys for staying so cool and being so supportive of 24/7 Buff Fandemonium. And we're going to start right down south there with Jerry. Jerry, what is your final thought?
Yeah, you don't want to start week 1 like this, but half the teams do. And that's just the nature of the beast. And, we have a tough team with this Buffalo Bills. You saw our defense is stout. You saw we have playmakers. And Allen was just trying a little bit too much. The New York Jets are no joke this year. They have a hell of a defense. And the rest of the NFL is going to have a tough time playing against them. So let's take this loss with a grain of salt, knowing that our team is still very good. And we host the Oakland Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, sorry. That tradition that the Raiders have. They've been 3 different spots. I'm throwing out there for Huntsman, who's a huge Raiders fan. But it's going to be a good week. It's a home game. Let's be loud if you're there. Represent the Buffalo Bills, the Bills Mafia. Let's stay positive. It's a long game. You never know how it's going to end. We had a chance against the Jets. It just didn't turn out that way. So root from 60 to 0 minutes. And hopefully our Bills come out on top, and I'm sure they will this week. And then we'll come back Tuesday, and we'll talk about our 1-1 record going into that next week. Until then, everybody be safe. Have a great week, and go Bills.
Go Bills. All right, Scooter, what do you got?
It's just week 1. We've been saying it all day. It's just week 1. Josh, we all saw his big brown eyes, deer in the headlights. And we've seen that look before. He was nervous. I think you get this week 1 out of the way. I think preseason games are important, and too many teams are not utilizing the starters in preseason games. And I think we're seeing in the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season how important playing your starters in the preseason is. So maybe they'll listen to us. Maybe they'll take advice. But Josh Allen, deer in the headlights, you won't see it this week. 1 week at a time, fellas. 1 o'clock football game. Can't wait for it. Go Bills.
Hell yeah. Hey, don't forget about this 1 o'clock Sunday start. There's another show that we do, Sunday Sessions, and we'll be on the air at noon, 11:30?
11:30.
11:30.
Beautiful.
11:30 to noonish. Bring you the inactives, getting in that last little commenty, prediction-y kind of deal. It's the only show on the Buff Fan Base Network for pregame work. So come check it out. Come hang out. We have a good time doing it with our boy Ryan Thomas from the Thomas Take Sports Podcast. As always, we're part of the Buff Fan Base Network, sponsored by 26shirts.com. We're also entertaining other advertising. If you guys are interested in advertising on this show or Sunday Sessions, give us a shout, man. You got a small business, something. We're going to hack out some nice prices for anybody. If you know anybody, send them our way. We got a little bit of interest, and 4 years of working hard, damn it. It's nice that it's paying off like that. So thank you guys for coming along with us. And don't forget, you can join us every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the K-Gun Report on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere, every damn place. Come hang out. Man, week 2 coming up, 1-1. I can feel it in my bones. You'll see a more confident Josh Allen. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Yeah, let's talk about that win at Oliver jersey giveaway next week. Go Bills.
Did you just jump your Go Bills and now I have my Go Bills? Is that what happened? You went out of order, Scott?
I sure did. Go Bills.
Oh my God, I can't. Amateurs.
Go Bills.
Go. What? What'd you say?
Go Bills.
Go.
Went off to college, but college done up me. Couldn't get my master's in truth and loyalty. Bang out the buzzword, teaching that blind.